What is up, F and True followers? JC Styles here, back with the TNA Impact review for 7/21/2011. Now, Impact just went off the air a little over 15 minutes ago, and I'm going to get right into it. I'm sorry Brian is not here with us tonight. He had to take care of something, so he had to run out. He will get his thoughts on Impact in the morning, so stay tuned for that video. Now let's get into TNA Impact. Start off the show, we see Sting come out and pretty much talk about his match he had with Anderson last week, becoming TNA World Champ. Then we see Kurt Angle come out and basically state, look, I need the title. It's not something that I want. It's something I gotta do. I gotta win the TNA World Title. Sting, basically being the gimmick that he is, not taking it very seriously. Kurt Angle is taking it very seriously. And then he talks about how Sting and him are the two of the biggest icons in the business today. He goes out there and then he talks about it. Talks about the match that they're gonna have at TNA Hardcore Justice. And then we see Anderson and Bully Ray come out, and then Anderson, basically cuts a promo saying, hey, I didn't claw and scratch and claw for a whole year and a half to lose the way it went down last night. I mean, sorry, lose the way it went down last week. Then we see them set up for the tag team match later in the night. Sting and Angle versus Bully Ray and Mr. Anderson. For the first match of the night, we see the Bound for Glory series with RVD taking on Scott Steiner. RVD took it to Steiner so bad that Steiner actually was in the corner saying timeout. I thought that was kind of funny. RVD hits the Rolling Thunder, rolls up Steiner for the win, moves up 7 points in the Bound for Glory series to 21 points. Then we see Mickie James cut a promo on Velvet Sky, basically stating, hey, look, I've seen people, blaming you for their downfall, blaming you for their demise, basically treating you very bad, and it's a shame, because we are the best knockouts division in the business. We are the best division in the business. Then she goes on to talk about how, they're going to tear the roof off the house tonight. Then we see Angelina come out and she talks about being a 5-time champion and how she feels disrespected by all the knockouts in the back. Then Winter gets on the mic and says how she's gonna beat Mickie James at Hardcore Justice to bring the title back to her and Angelina. Then we see Miss Tessmacher and Tara versus Serena and Rosita, which actually they were walking to the ring and turned out to be a brawl. That's the first of many brawls tonight. Then we see AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Morgan, and Gunner talking about their match later on tonight and how bad they need these 10 points for the ladder match later on, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Then we see the knockout tag titles on the line. We see the champions Serena and Rosita take on Tara and Miss Tessmacher. This wasn't a wrestling match, it was a brawl, like I stated. It was very intense with Miss Tessmacher and Tara picking up the TNA Knockout Tag titles for the very first time. Then we move into the Bound for Glory ladder match series for 10 points. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Gunner versus Morgan. AJ Styles versus Joe versus Gunner versus Morgan. Morgan goes to chokeslam AJ. AJ turns around and backflips out of it. We hear Taz, wow, this guy is phenomenal. He lives up to that moniker. Joe's in the corner and AJ goes to run at Joe. Joe does like a throwing rock bottom. We see, Matt Morgan climbs the ladder after hitting the carbon footprint on Gunner, which took him out of the tie for a second between him and Gunner, moving him up to 31 points. Winning the ladder match, gaining an extra 10, which knocks Gunner down to the 3rd place bracket, which 3rd place isn't bad. But you have to be #1 to get the title shot at Bound for Glory. Which, hopefully, if everything goes according to me and Brian's plans, we will be there in Philly for our very first TNA pay-per-view. Next, we see Alex Shelley take on Brian Kendrick for the X Division Championship, which Alex Shelley won his #1 contender at Destination X a week ago this past Sunday on July 10th. Match starts out pretty good. We see some really good technical wrestling on both parties, Alex Shelley and Brian Kendrick. We see a couple of nice roll-ups on the part of Shelley. Shelley shows off his athleticism, and so does Brian Kendrick with a lot of his quickness and speed brings to the plate. Austin Aries then comes running out and kind of screws Alex Shelley out of the X Division Championship, out of winning the match and gaining the X Division Championship. Clocking him with the title and Brian Kendrick rolling up Alex Shelley. Then we go back from a commercial break, and before we go to a commercial break, we see Brian Kendrick very upset that he didn't want to win the match that way. He did not want Austin Aries out there involved in the match. Basically turned around and just said, guys like Kazarian and Douglas Williams, were great champions, and I want to be something like that. I want to be like them. I want to be another great X Division champion. You can see that he's very emotional about it. He's looking at the title and, basically saying, I can't believe I won like that. Then we see Beer Money and Mexican America cut a promo in the ring, basically hyping up their tag team championship match that they'll be defending against Mexican America on August 7th at Hardcore Justice. Basically, we see Beer Money talk about a lot of the great Hispanic wrestlers that have graced this business. Hector Guerrero, the Guerrero family, I should say, basically. And, says, do us all a favor, do them a favor, and just go home, rest up, and come back at Hardcore Justice, because nobody wants you here. You come out and you basically come out here and they they do this whole, anti-America thing. And James Storm turns around and is like, I'm going to take my foot, and I'm going to put it between your teeth and knock your teeth down your throat, pretty much, basically. It was just, a really good promo. And then he goes, I want you to mark the calendar for August 7th, your tag match. Then I want you to also, that box right next to it, I want you to mark it on your calendar, August 8th, that you're going to wake up that morning with your green card shoved up your ass, which was, I wasn't expecting him to say that. Then we move into the Knockouts title match, Mickie James versus Velvet Sky. Mickie gets jumped by Angelina and Winner on her way down to the ring. We see Velvet come running out, turns into a brawl between Velvet, Mickie, and Winner and Angelina. Not too long after that, we see ODB and Jackie jump over the railing and basically get involved. Then we see the return of Miss Traci Brooks. Man, I love her. She is so beautiful and, just wow. And basically we see that, ODB just kept wanting to fight. Then we come back from the commercial break and we see Miss Traci Brooks talk about how she's been out home watching TV, watching TNA, and how they're ganging up on Velvet, and they're picking on her. And then she says, contract or not, I'm here and I will take the fight to them. Then we move into the main event tag team match, Sting and Kurt Angle versus Bully Ray and Mr. Anderson. Now, this match was pretty good. It was a very quick tag match, I have to say. I mean, it went on at 10:53. It went off at 10:58. We saw Sting get, thrown around the ring a little bit. Then we see Angle come in and do the German suplexes on Anderson. Then Bully Ray got one. Then we went to go see Angle do the Angle Slam. Bully Ray chop blocks Kurt Angle in the back of the knee. Then we see Sting take Bully Ray out. And then I blinked for a second. I don't know what happened. I just heard a slam on the mat. Then I see Kurt Angle jump up on top of Mr. Anderson, picking up the 1-2-3 for the team. Post-match, we see Sting and Kurt Angle shake hands. And, so far right now, the 3 matches we have booked for Hardcore Justice, we have the Knockouts title. We'll have Mickie James take on Winner. We will see the Beer Money take on Mexican America, Anarquia, and Hernandez. And we will see Sting defend the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Now, guys, for the quick shout-outs for the night, Please check out WrestlingRevolution.com and the members of the Revolution. Also, please check out Most Extreme Wrestling. Please check out F and True Entertainment, DF and True Click. Please check out the Blueprint 1317, Moneymaker 1261. And, you know, for that, please like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at F and True Wrestling. Please feel free, if you have Skype, message us on Skype at F and True Wrestling. Add us. We're on there at least once or twice a week. Hopefully more when we start doing the F and True Click roundtable discussions. Also, please check out, like I said, please check out Blueprint 1317 and Moneymaker 1261. They were actually at Impact. They were actually at Destination X. Then they were at the Impact tapings for last Thursday, and they were at the Impact tapings for tonight, last Tuesday. So, they had a real blast. They have a couple of day in the life videos, fan access at Destination X. So check out their stuff. I mean, they're really good. They're really good kids. They got their hearts are in the right place. Buying merchandise. Doing their unboxing videos. They're just two kids coming up watching wrestling. I remember being like that when I was a kid. So, I connect with them on that level because I'm still a kid myself. When it comes to collecting stuff. So, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later in the week We'll see you tomorrow night for SmackDown. Hopefully, I can be able to watch it if I'm not busy. And if not, enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you Monday with the Monday Night Raw review.